I mentioned that this is a fraud, and I want to, and there were a few questions here from you about whether or not people who got sick will be able to address it and try and remove cell towers. So in 1993, after the first lawsuit, the wireless industry was in problem, because while we did not learn from what happened with the tobacco industry, the one industry did learn, and that was the insurance industry. I'm sure that many of you do not know that the wireless industry is not insured. It is self-insured. Now, it is not insured because the insurance companies know that if they insure and if the harms are being proven, they're going to go bankrupt, just like has almost happened with asbestos and tobacco. So the wireless industry has to make sure that it's not going to be sued. And it's created a brilliant legal infrastructure to make this happen. So you asked before about legislation. So I'll answer that. So in 1993, after this first lawsuit, they said, put money, $25 million, nothing came out of it. The other thing they did was they started to lobby to take the right to legislate the health effect from our health agencies, from the EPA and from the FDA, and give it to the FCC, because the FCC is a captured agency. And there's a 2015 report by Harvard University, and the whole chapter is dedicated to how the wireless industry is controlling the FCC. And the numerous examples, for example, the previous chairman of the FCC is Tom Wheeler. He was the head of the Wireless Lobby Association for 14 years. Now remember, Obama told us there would be no lobbyists in his administration, so he took the biggest lobby and put him as a head of the FCC.
Be sued? I guess I wish you'd explain the logic a little bit better for me.
Well, first of all, I think what you should really think about is why is it that they're not insured? It's not that they chose to be self-insured. They actually rejected by the insurance company from being insured because they understand the risk. And
so the insurance companies, the big insurance companies, will not insure the telecommunication?
So there's insurance companies, and then there's what's called secondary insurance companies. Secondary insurance companies are the insurance companies that insure the insurance companies. So in an event, an insurance company, let's say I insure Verizon, and it may not be able to meet the claims, then the secondary insurance company is kicking in.
Like Lloyd's of London.
Sorry?
Like
Yes,
Lloyd's of
exactly.
London.
So two leading ones would be Lloyd's of London and Swiss Re. Both told the insurance company not to insure the wireless industry, and this is why they're not insured. And that should give you a hint. Now, this is exactly why they have to prevent a lawsuit. And how do they prevent lawsuit? That goes back to Section 704. So the next thing that happened with Section 704 is, let's say they put that cell tower in front of you.
I mean, not to, getting away from the cell tower. So if someone came up and could credibly show, and they can't go to a jury trial and say
no,
this?
we cannot. So what happens?
You cannot go to any court and you
That is
cannot
right
sue
now
them
the
into
problem,
court.
Sir, the Third Circuit appellate decision. So people who tried to sue for the damage that was caused to them. So the wireless industry.
So I mean, that's one decision. That appellate court. You can go to another appellate court, right?
Exactly. So Section 4, let me answer, sorry, one answer. Section 704 basically take our right to have redress under federal law. So then you can go and now sue for the damage that was caused to you, and that's under state law. And there's a third appellate court decision that said that you cannot sue for the damage that was caused to you, because if you will sue, that will conflict with the intention of Section 704, and that is called conflict preemption. So now people cannot sue for the damage that was caused to them. So they do not have redress under federal law, they do not have redress under state law. So this is how there is no way to sue the wireless industry.